Good morning and welcome to Copper Coins Coin Roll Hunt Reveal E549, a 1960D Fed Reserve of Cleveland original roll. How is everybody doing today? Hope all is going well. We'll wait for a couple of people to get in here and we will get things rolling. Do have a reveal sale tonight. We'll be selling 7 rolls, and that is 62D, 63P, 61D, 71P, 55D, 43P, and a 60D small date. I'm going to do the 72 mini bag probably from the next reveal show. I just want to be able to spend more time doing it. So I figure I'll put that off for another week or two. This is for 2 weeks again. Nanostacks, welcome to the show. Get a couple people. Let me start peeling this open. Lots of neat stuff to find for 60D. All right, let's see what we get in this roll. 60D's, you know, has got a great chance at getting good stuff. And we will get her rolling with Paul Hampton. He gets the ender. Pretty well struck coin. Lots of die scratches. Couple double die reverses. We'll look at about the first 10 coins. Got some rolling machine gunk on this one. Playing cards with your grandkids and watching. All right, Tim. And here is a coin. Speak of the devil. There's a coin for Tim. Die clash through the date. Interesting die scratch around the D. Got a little bit of rolling machine goo on the outer edges, which is very common. Coin number 3, Stan. Same die pair as the last coin. Next coin, Doug. We'll be mailing a bunch of packages out tomorrow. This is at RPM, I believe. It is minor, but it is there. Upper and lower serif. See if we can't find her real quick. I'm going to start at the end of the pages for this one. A little south and over. $284. I'm going to have to write this down. Let me get my pad here. Because I see one that it could be that it definitely is different die state if it is. So 284. I do want to go through eight. Not finding a definitive match. Oh. Nope. That's a definite maybe. Oh yeah, that's it. That is it. So we will turn it back like that. Look for some markers just to double check. That's there. That is there. Those are there. That die scratch is there. And the die crack on the forehead is there. So Doug gets a copy of 1mm229. But I do have something to compare to now. So our first die variety in the roll. Evolution, Revolution, good morning. Dan, good morning. How are you today? Beautiful day. We are getting ready for, well, not for most of you, but for here, some extreme cold. Being that most of the houses don't have heat, the next 3 days is going to be dress in layers. Doug Rezak, you just got an RPM. We'll be doing a reveal sale for 2 weeks tonight. Then we should be going back to Crispy. Welcome. Going back to doing them for 1 week at a time. The rolls for today will be 62D, 63P, 61D, 71P, 55D, 43P, and 60D small date will be up for grabs. We're pretty good about the water not freezing. It would take long. It's not going to go below freezing here. It's only going to be, I think that's supposed to go down to 38 is the coldest day. But like I say, that's cold enough that by the third day at night, it'll bring my house down to 45 degrees or so. I do got to pull a pair of pants out. I think I do have a long pair of pants still. Farm Dog, welcome. Good to see ya. Hope all's going well. Are you back in Missouri or are you still in, was it South Dakota? Back in Rapid City. All right. Yeah, my buddy in Michigan said it was pretty bad there. He sent some pictures and I says, well, that's why I left. No thanks. And welcome to the show, Coach's Magic. Hope all's well. Happy holidays. That is right. Hope everybody had a great Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. And we got a good new year coming up. Hopefully 2026 is a great year. Here's another one of our 1mm 229. And we'll just look for the die crack on the forehead. And that's it. You can tell right here. It goes right up. And then it has that little circular crack. Also got some cracks back here. Yeah, well, we have what they call heat, but it literally might heat your house. It's basically to prevent pipes from freezing if we get freezing temperature. And the meter spins violently when it turns on because it's literally like a 20,000 watt hot wire in the middle of the vent work. I do have 2 space heaters if we need them. We haven't got them out. We needed them about 4 or 5 years ago. I might bring one in the house just in case. So we do have that if we need it. So we can get at least the living room where everybody sit in one spot and get warm. Coin 13, carry. Got some rolling machine junk. Wet my whistle here real quick. Next coin, dirty water. This stuff will clean off with acetone, but it will leave a little mark. The coins are probably brighter under the wax than they are without the wax. Some people call it grease. I'm not actually sure what it is, but it is lubricant, or at least that's what I've been told. Couple good coins found in Chuck's rolls yesterday. It was good to see him back online. I think it was RPM 19 and then 64D DDO number 1. I didn't get a chance to watch the 58D roll yet. I watched the beginning of it and it did seem like he found a couple RPMs. But then my boss told me I had things to do. Coin 17, Mark Thomas. Same die pair as 2 coins ago. I think also the same as coin 1 and 3. No, I think it was 19. He said it was 9, and then we looked it up, and it was 19. He says, I just knew it had a 9 in it. Because 9 is a pretty tough one and hard to get. We'll show everybody what's going to be up for grabs at the reveal sale tonight. Here's the die that's got the curved die scratch at the top. I think he thought the other ones you guys were finding were listed in the top, in the first 50 coins too. Same die again. So we're getting repeaters all through this roll. Everybody's packages are about ready to ship. I've just got to sort these and add them and print stuff and start printing postage. So tomorrow or Thursday, or tomorrow or Wednesday, you should get an email saying your package is in the mail. Most people. There are some people that I'm waiting on some coins from Chuck for. But that shouldn't be a whole lot of people. Was DD09. All right. I got you. And there is a 1mm 229 for Stan, and then that should have this nice die crack right there. Coin 23, Nana. Fun show time is right around the corner. Kind of looking forward to that. And I see that silver took a spill today. I'm not surprised about that. It actually, let's see where it's at now. That's starting to push back up a little bit. Let's see. Let's try that. Yeah, it's pushing back up. So I'm surprised. I know that they said physical silver in China was over $85 an ounce. And I think silver here was closed at 77.80 something. With the last day it traded, and then it went down to actually went below $70. It's at almost 73 right now. It's at 72.48. Oh, and it's dropping a little bit. It went back up to 72.80, but heck, there needed to be a correction, I think. But you know, what do I know? I haven't bought silver in I guess I have. I buy things that I like. I like space metals and stuff like that. I've got some Apollo 13 and Apollo Soyuz silver. And there's a 229, so it looks like we're getting 229 in the roll, and so far that's it. Coin 26, Evolution, Revolution. Not enough for him. I'm glad to see he got some die varieties. He has been in a dry slump as far as getting die varieties. Not like a Calipigian or Malcolm dry spell, but enough. And he's got a few, but poor Calipigian, when he first started with us, I think he went 10 shows without getting a die variety. And Malcolm, I think he went 10 shows without getting a die variety. But that was in the middle of stuff. So far, our 1mm229, does that have a cross reference? Our WRPM 251. All right. Coin 29 for Carrie. I think looking at when I was packing, Paul Hampton is doing pretty good on die varieties. Paul Adams, good morning. All right, sounds good, Doug. I like that. That's a nice place. Especially they keep it, for the age of it, they keep it in good shape. There's a different RPM right there. That's a nice one too. Let's see what we got here. Go back to the beginning. Can see it right here in the upper vertical and the lower serif. All right, let's see. Wow, that's so close, and it's a small date, and this is a large date. North-south die scratches. What's that? Nope, not it. That is close. Close don't count. All right, let's see. That don't look like it. Yeah, I have become quite fond of that Bonnet Creek. It's a nice place to stay. And we appreciate that, Doug. You have no idea. Well, you might. All right, that could, nope, too far south. That actually might be, oh, let me go back. That's a small date. There we go, 1mm157 for dirty water. So our second different dye variety in the roll. Oh, you got a lot. You've been involved a long time, Crispy. He's a new player, and you always like to see them get something. He did get a nickel in the reveal. That was a dye variety, but it is an unlisted dye variety. But he did get some good stuff. He got one of the RPMs, and I think he got one of the double dyes in Chuck's rolls yesterday. So that helps. And you know how you can get nothing, and then all of a sudden you can just get all sorts of stuff. It's really literally luck of the draw. This is a 1mm229. I think, yeah. Should have that die crack with the little football on the end of it. Coin 33, Paul Hampton. That was like Taco John. He was on fire for a while. Not only was he scoring a lot of dye varieties, he got some good ones. The Roll Revelations. Oh, from Chuck. Yeah, he did 3 rolls yesterday. It was good to see him back in action. And welcome, Southern Coin Hunter, to the show. Hope all is going well. You ready for some cold weather there in Louisiana? We are preparing here for what they call Cold Apocalypse 2025. A little die chip in the R. This kind of weather, it happens here usually a couple times a year, but it's usually like the end of January. New coat. Yeah, I'm lucky. I do have an old coat. My problem is I got to find a pair of pants. I've got one pair of blue jeans, I think, but then I got to find suspenders because when I wore them, I was 100 pounds heavier, so they don't stay on anymore. And they're so big that they need better than a belt to hold them up. Was sorting through some rolls and did find a whole brand new box of all sorts of different 60D that we haven't looked through. I didn't even know I had them. They've had to have them for 20 years. So a fresh gene pool. Plus I found another box of 60Ds, and I'm not sure about them yet. I got to look through a couple. AZ Coins, welcome to the show. Finding some RPMs in the roll, 2 different die pairs. One we have 5 examples, the other we have 1. Coin 40 is for Dan. Coin 41, Evolution. I do plan on selling the reveals tonight, and I probably will start doing reveals tomorrow. At least try to get one. I want to have them all done except for one by the time I hit the fun show on Thursday of next week. Kin of mine, welcome. Your 2 Christmas coins have been in the mail for a few days now, so you should be getting them anytime. 68S, all right. I am going to search some pocket change. I've got a big bag that I got to search. It's kind of nice when I search dimes and nickels, and even though the newer Roosevelt dimes don't have much except for like extra leaves in the olive branches and stuff like that. It is neat looking at other stuff. Kind of breaks the monotony up. I do. I look for beehives and bars and stuff like that. You are a rare person, kin of mine. I hear a lot. The only thing people hate searching more than nickels is dimes. And I don't get it. I like searching everything about the same. If anything, I don't like searching like the state quarters and the new quarters, just because there's so many designs you got to be familiar with to really do the search properly. So you got to separate everything by date. There is a 1mm 229. They do. And you can see this right on the upper and lower serif. See it right in here. This is not the best example to see it on. 2 more videos on the nickels from, all right. I will do my best to give them a watch. And the final coin in the roll. Is a normal coin. And I will show everybody. We will go through and do a recap. We got 1mm 157, and that goes to Dirty Water, and that was coin number 30. And then we have 1mm 229, which is coin 4, 10, 22, 25, 32, and 49. And those are for Doug, Taco John, Stan, Carl, Kurt, and DC. And then we get to the rolls for tonight. And we got a 62D. And we got, let's see what this is, a 63P. Then we have a 61D. And we have a 71P, and the lid is glued on that. And then we have a 55D. And then a 43P tubed. And a 60D from the Harris Trust and Savings Bank in Chicago, Illinois. It's hard to say. Some of them can be rolled with, can be made without it. Some of them it can be like a lamination and peel off, and some of them they separate it with acid. I've seen that happen before. But anyways, I want to thank everybody for joining. I hope to see everybody at 7 o'clock at the reveal sale. It's just me selling reveals tonight. Chuck is going to be catching up. If I don't see you there, I will see you in the coin neighborhood. We'll talk to y'all later.